Sweet. So this is my persuasive speech. So are you stuck at home wondering what to do next? Have you ever wondered about what the stock market or what all this noise about the stock market on the news is? So what is the stock market? The stock market is basically a market that enables a common individual to buy, sell, and trade stock. Stock is basically ownership claims of businesses and corporations. So through these stocks, if you invest in them, you are able to gain from the dividends that companies provide and the capital gain that they gain on their income. So I'm gonna give you 3 reasons as to why the stock market is one of the things you should look into right now during this current time. So the first reason is due to the current recession of COVID-19. So according to thebalance.com, this is the biggest crash since 2008 that we've seen in the stock market. As much as 30% has dropped in stocks, with companies such as Boeing, airline companies, oil companies, S&P, and other companies that rely on the world being open have suffered huge amounts of money loss. So what this means, and ultimately what this points at, is that shares will go down. So what this allows for new people and new investors to buy these shares and to hopefully profit and invest from these companies as our economy recovers. So my second reason is the insight you gain when constructing your plan as to what companies to invest. So investing in the stock market is not just like a gambling or like a casino game. This is a process that takes lots of time and planning and dedication, since if you live on the western side, we are 3 hours behind Wall Street, which starts at 9 over there, but here would start at 6. So through technical analysis, studying the charts, different patterns in charts, bulls and bear patterns, these are all patterns that people must study before they put in their money to secure and basically maximize their profit. If you don't study this, or if you don't engage in this, you will be fine, or you can possibly swing it by analyzing the value of companies. But this information is crucial because it basically provides a new perspective and insight as to what can potentially happen. My last reason is that it is the best way to keep up with inflation when saving money. Money in the bank is good to an extent, but money loses 2% of its value annually. So over the past 50 years, the dollar has lost over half its value, meaning that if I were to have $50 50 years ago, right now those $50 would be half the price, $25. So what does this mean? So this means that by saving, you don't want to be that person that saves all their money in the bank and doesn't invest any of it, as you will be overran by inflation. So the stock market has, obviously not right now during the current pandemic, but during the last 5 years, it has promised a 10% return in investments. So investors that have invested in the stock market in the last 5 years have seen 10% gain in their money. So in conclusion, why is the stock market the thing right now? Why is it all over the news? So basically, 1, COVID-19 is rocking the stock market, and there is huge variables as to what can happen in the future for the stock market. So this means that there are a huge amount of chances of companies going broke, bankrupt, sprouting back up, coming back up, depending on whether we open back our nation or our world. Like, there are huge amounts of factors. So you should definitely play your luck during this time, as we will never see prices plummet this low ever again.